Hey guys, John Cook here with NDC. Today we are spending time with Will Sapp of Medtronic, getting to understand what Medtronic's been doing as we've been going through some changes in the world and spending time getting to understand how Medtronic is going to be helping distributors like yourself reopen safely and securely as we get back to business. Before we start, Will, I want to check in with you and see how you and the family are doing during this time. How's everyone doing?
We're managing. We're managing. We're all coming up with new routines and hand motions to be quiet when we're on calls, and when the UPS truck is showing up, somebody's corralling the dogs. So it's working. It's working for sure.
Yeah, I think it's certainly interesting working from home for many of us that are not used to that. Me and myself with three boys running around doing homeschooling has certainly been a challenge trying to keep quiet when you're on the conference calls and make sure nobody runs it on the camera. I know we were on a call the other day doing some training with the NDC sales team, and I believe your wife made a guest appearance for us.
She
So
did. That was her second of the day. My oldest, who's a senior this year, is involved in this leadership program, and she had a 2 hour kind of meet and greet. And so my wife jumped in on that one as well. And the teacher called her out, which I thought was awesome. So she's at the grocery store now, so no interruptions from her. I can't promise that a kid might not try to knock on the door, but I'll give him one of those.
that's right. That's fantastic, man. We're glad everyone's doing well, and certainly look forward to you sharing what Medtronic is doing to help out our distributors. So, when you think about distributors talking to their customers and what they can do to reopen and keeping their offices safe for their patients, what is it that Medtronic wants to make sure that these distributors know, and what are the things that they should be focused on from a Medtronic perspective?
Yeah, great question. I think we're all in this this world of purgatory now, right? Where we're trying to figure out how to best add value, specifically for a manufacturer that doesn't have products that are used kind of on the front line, right? PPE or others. So I think we kind of took a look back and said, look, we still want to support our customers and our distributors, but we don't want to be annoying right now, right? We'd love for them to sell our widget. I mean, that's what we get paid to do, but we understand there's a lot of distractions. So, this quote from our CEO, Jeff Martha, was awesome. And it was he launched us right when the pandemic started for us and kind of gave us some direction of where we were going. And it was, everything we make and everything we do works to alleviate pain, restore health, and extend life. We provide health and we provide hope. People are depending on us and we can't let them down. We have to continue to innovate and fulfill our mission. So with that, we then launched this COVID-19 Recovery Resource Center. So it was launched pan Medtronic. So as you know, we have 4 big business units. We do about $30 billion a year in sales. And we kind of collaborated together to say, hey, how can we support not only the customer, but the patients?
Right.
So it was all about, I know like yourself, if you're any of your kids or yourself have gone to, your physician, you're thinking about things a little differently, right? You're having the talk before you go, what are the protocols? Am I safe? What should I do when I'm waiting in the room? So there's a lot of this uncertainty around what that looks like from the patient, but also the provider. I mean, you think about, we kind of knew 3 things were happening when this all started, right? Patients delayed care. That delayed care caused some unnecessary death, right? We know that. And then thirdly, the elective surgeries were put on hold. So good news is we're seeing that uptick, like a lot of us in the industry. I think the stat I recently saw was like 68% of those who had delayed are expecting to receive that in the next 3 months. So with that, we have sites of care that are uncertain how to operate in this new world, right? They have new policies and procedures, and then they have staff working to clear this backlog. And with this backlog, they're working under some stressful, situations. So this COVID-19 Recovery Resource Center was meant to help alleviate that. And so we consolidated some resources and some solutions and best practices, and we put them out there for everyone, really. And these can be accessed through 2 sites. The first was a physician office management tool that kind of just put into place what are the protocols and safety mechanisms that both office and staff should be in tune with. So these are all out there. They're plug and play. They can use these in any digital media platforms for their customers, but also to provide some protocols within their office. And then the second was the destination health. And that's really for us as a consumer, right? What should we expect? How should we operate within these practices? What are the right protocols per state? So those tools are out there. They're being utilized now. We've shared those with, customers and distributors. And it's just another way that, again, Medtronic stepped up from the innovation standpoint to kind of support the industry during this time. And, our hopes are, look, we were a good partner. We listened, we helped. And, once this is through there and they need to look for partners to help with increasing the financial stability of their accounts or looking at, product consolidation, they will look at us, kind of as that partner to help in those regards as well.
Yeah, that's great. It's exciting to see, a manufacturer, like you said, that's not really part of the frontline initiatives now, but thinking proactively about how to continue to support their customers and their customers as they get back and making sure that they understand the changes. So when you think about the information that you guys pulled together, were there certain resources that you tried to tap into or a certain perspective that you tried to come from when you were compiling all this information for distributors and their customers?
Yeah, we have a large sales force, right, across many divisions and, thousands of reps out there. And, when surgical procedures stop, we have a lot of idle reps, right? And folks that are out there day in and day out seeing customers and sitting in procedures and selling our technologies and solutions. And immediately we redeployed those reps into gathering data. So we did kind of what we call spot checking in most of our major accounts to find out what they were doing, how they were coming back online, what protocols they were putting into place. And we captured that data and started creating dashboards internally, but also sharing externally. I know we've shared some with your team in the past to say, here's what we're seeing in a particular area. Here are the types of procedures coming back online. Here are the major protocols being followed in these key IDNs or these key providers. And then we kind of use that data as a guideline of where we were then deploying our efforts. So it was more of a data capturing and then how to best use that data to help support, the market.
Gotcha. I mean, certainly folks on the ground are the best resources to tap into that understand what's going on in the market. So for those folks that have not gotten the information on these resource center links that you mentioned now, I know you've deployed some of them to the customers, distributors. What's the best way for folks to get access to those now if they're looking to tap into the information that you've got there?
Sure. So a lot of this can be found just on the Medtronic website. And if you, do a search bar or whatever and just type in COVID-19 Recovery Resource Center, you'll be taken to that page for both the physician and hospital support page, but also the destination health. We're also working to deliver this message through some of the, HIDA and some other organizations to create awareness around that. And then, certainly with NDC, I shared earlier this week, you guys can maybe post that on your site as a resource so folks can find it there as well.
Awesome. Perfect. No, it's always great. Definitely more than product nowadays, we need information and resources, right? So we can make sure that everyone understands, like you mentioned earlier, the changes in reopening the protocols and what are some of those things that companies like Medtronic can help provide to them. So Will, we certainly appreciate the insights and everything that Medtronic's doing to support the distribution network and the end user customers, fighting the good fight in healthcare. Is there any final comments or thoughts that you want to leave the folks with today?
No, just say, reach out to your rep if you're uncertain or you need assistance, or you're planning for reopening and you're just uncertain what to do. We can help navigate you to those sites. And if your team needs help on any product training, whether that's distributor or end user, our team is out there ready to support. So appreciate supporting NDC.
Awesome. Well, Will, we certainly appreciate everything you guys are doing. We've got a couple seconds left before we wrap up, and I'm going to take a page from Ian Fardy's book. He always likes to rate the rooms that we're viewing. Certainly, I can see behind you, we've got great photos of the family, good fond memories. I saw a guitar in the corner the other day, so being a Nashville native, I think we're going to have to rate your room a 9 out of 10, man.
Yeah, thank you. And I even placed, you can't see them, but there are maybe some NDC related swag there that I put in the background. It's translucent, but it's there.
Awesome. Well, Will, great catching up with you, man. We appreciate the time and look forward to connecting again in the future, buddy.
Thanks, Sean.
All right. Bye.
Bye.